Oh look, YouTube finally did it. Uh, uh, oh god damn it. Okay, so because I am busy working and really don't feel like doing anything besides working on map development right now because, you know, I actually have to make a Minecraft mod on this case quest map because of stuff, and because this is one of those things that is going to take forever. So let's actually talk about the response, or in this case the video that Mr. Doggo gave. And he's pretty much hitting the nail on the head, and I just want to make a few comments that will probably not get looked at, or whatever. I'm just putting it out here. When we enable the feature that allows you to put mods in games, we don't care what you do afterwards. We just want to make sure you're having a fun experience. But the publishers, on the other hand, they want to make their money back. So having this feature is really nice. And then having the Sexist issue. Okay, so I'm agreeing what Doggo here says is they're pulling on the Sarkeesian, which no doubt everyone likes to pull it at some point. Hey, even Thunderfoot even made a mockery of it. And I liked that because he actually showed the opposite of what she was saying. And I also agree, if you're going to complain about these kind of mod stuff, why don't you complain about all of it, not just the female parts? Hell, the frickin' game I'm working on has been called very misogynistic because of the blocks. Yeah. And for crying out loud, I'm actually building a whole quest system, everything, and including some other stuff. And I, for one, just don't understand the logic, but at the same time, I kind of just don't care because I know someone out there is going to have fun with this map that I spend hours working on, and I know for a fact that I have to actually back this up in various places, like multiple hard drives and blah blah blah. Dev stuff aside, though, is Doggo has a point about also enabling the nudity filters, etc. In this case, you do not see adult content unless you choose to. So this means, by enabling that content, you are setting yourself up for a complaint that will obviously fall on deaf ears, and you have some smucks on YouTube commenting on it. And now YouTube finally gets the person that emails constantly saying, "Oh, you need to post about feminist things now because you're a game developer and blah blah blah." I'm like, my focusing is on the games that I like to play, and also some how-tos mainly, like how to do some cool stuff. Even for that matter, I might even do a live stream on setting up NPCs, for crying out loud, and setting up how quests should work. They have tutorials online, but all in text base, and I also did a few neat little tutorials here and there, but most of them are point and click. In this case, you just do one to another. But because I'm actually working on this game itself, I think I might do that. Now, back on topic, because I feel like I'm going to be yelled at saying, "Oh, it's not related." Well, because I'm doing a mockery and kind of irritated by half of how stupid people can get with certain games. In fact, I've actually noticed how many retarded people tend to comment on stuff that they don't understand, or in this case have a half knowledge about. Like, for example, the issues with multiple other stuff. But name calling aside, is what was that? The hell was that? Oh yeah, there's Oreo's Magica in here. Oh, yay. And the reason why girls are in video games is because it helps sell the game. Remember the thing I said? Is someone just... Okay. And someone's stealing my trash bin again. I really hate my neighbors when they do that. And they fill it up with crap. Great. Nope. There's also a trash guy. Perfect. Anyway. That means when I go out in the morning, I have, well, in this case, in about a few hours, because it's 8 a.m. and I don't normally do videos this early. In fact, I do it at night. This is what I'm normally doing, or Unity classes. Catching up on Unity. Yeah. So, like Dago was talking, and you'll have I have to post a link in the frickin' description. I just don't feel like it right now, because I have way too much to do. In this case, block by block, and I really wish World Editor would work on here, but it won't without the installation of other stuff that are incompatible with other mods. Yeah, that happened, and I feel completely like, why the hell do we have to do this on single player? Oh, it's because we're not building a server version of it yet. I'd love to do a server version of this, but there's too many single player events I have in mind. And that's called the waste disposal unit. So, that's always fun. Now, I just want to point over something, is that, two characters. This model's skin isn't ready yet. This model's skin is half ready. This model's skin is ready. Notice it's female, I think. Actually, I don't really care. But the whole underlying story is there's NPCs. There's also a furry NPC here. Look at that. Oh, wow. And then there's also things in here. There's a guard. There's another guard. They all have names all of a sudden. And then here's someone in the pit of death, which is showing inappropriate, apparently, because it shows something else. But at the same time, I can get away with it because it's saying art. And don't you go and press that little report button, because I only showed you a glimpse, and there's no sexual things. And then here's my character. Have fun. Well, in this case, I don't know what this is about. So, as you may notice, this game has to be played on peaceful. Enough of this thing. I even make mods for Skyrim, crying out loud, and it's gonna say every mod is sexist. That's what I'm like thinking of this article, just because, like, right away, that's what I was thinking. I looked at the article myself too, and I'm like, really? Yeah, she's pulling an Anita. And she just wants users on her site, pretty much. Did you know those ads pay for things? I just want to let you know. She's probably trying to pull an Anita, so she's like, I'm popular! Everyone's response is, oh goody. My response is, great, another person thinks they can sell snake oil, as I like to call it. But no one's complaining about the microtransactions, like, like this. Like, did you know that on purpose, on an experiment, I was working with the D&D group? Yes, there's actually a D&D group that inspired half of these maps that I'm actually building. The D&D group, however, is kind of, well, I'm actually laughing out loud on this, is I'm putting microtransactions in it just for the shits and giggles. Yeah. Why microtransactions, you ask? Because I want to see if anyone actually complains. Why are we complaining about microtransactions in games? Like the ones that are just, like, you know, ridiculous, or in this case, cosmetic. Or, like, oh, well, you can give this much money and it won't do sh for you. Bethesda had the right idea, giving you supplies, money, and a few other things. and I didn't mind paying, you know, $2 to $3, not more than 100. But people tend to do this, and both Valve figured out hats are where it's at, and they didn't get really much complaints because, you know, they can get away with it because they have their own market in this case. Yeah. What I'm talking about is, if I actually top on my Steam right now, but I don't feel like it right now, is their market system is different. As in, you can actually make quite a fortune off of certain game things, which some people have done. However, you can't cash out, but you can buy some new video games and stuff. That's how they keep their money, stuff like this. If EA tried doing this, and they have a stock issue, that's why Valve is private. But anyway, they also don't mind making more money. Or in this case, what Bethesda's doing is paid mods. The reason why I'm bringing this up is, hey Doggo, paid mods. How do you like paying for content that's made by the community, or continuing by Bethesda? It was a good idea at a point. Or in this case, it would help out the devs out, but the way that it costs is very ridiculous. $100 for $7.99, 100 Bethesda points or whatever you want to call it, for that much? Come on. Rockstar allows you to pay $2.99 for so much money. And I've actually clocked how much things are valued at in GTA. Yeah, because I decided I was bored one day and I really wanted to know how much stuff was really worth, and the GTA amount versus what you're buying from real life here. Yeah, probably didn't know that. So anyway, I'll have to post the results later. But some cars are worth like a few $100s or some. So, but like I was saying, is mods allow everyone to have fun, like you said. And most of my feminist friends have been posting this link, and I'm wondering, should I unfriend them right now because they're annoying me? And saying the mods that I have made, which are like weapon mods and one sexual mod that implies on something but really doesn't, you know, the whole shtick on that. It's my favorite character, Debug. Most every developer's friend is Debug. Just to let you know, in gaming. The best character to actually work with. Because the only character that does not complain, and the player can't complain about it because the debug will be removed before the player can play with it. Sometimes we keep the debug in, depending on some stuff. So, really, I don't even know why I'm even doing this live stream anymore, because I already got the point across, and not only that, Doggo's probably not going to respond, and YouTube gets their little, well, we want you to talk about feminists. Okay, you got your wish. Now can you leave me alone? They're not gonna do that, are they? And I'm just thinking of breakfast right now. I haven't breakfast. But anyway, yeah. I think this video is going to end, like, probably sooner or later, or you could just watch me build. The reason why I'm putting obsidian in here is we're going to have some more stuff going on here. But I don't really need to explain everything. Because, you know, I want to leave things a surprise. Why the castle's made out of obsidian, for example. Part of obsidian. Or, why are these knights dressed up in silver? Or something like that. I want to keep people guessing. And why the hell am I recording this? Showing what's going on? I don't know. In fact, why the hell am I not sleeping right now to get a few extra winks before I have to go to do something else with my life? The world may never know. It's like that like pop commercial, you know. And then they also flag that as something. You know, Miss Killjoy here, which is most people are like, well, it affects my views. Yeah, okay. The only person that I actually technically flag, or in this case mark as spam, is one particular person that says, oh, this is all lies. I'm like, really? You went on a tutorial video and you said all of that is lies. Okay, even though that's how you're supposed to do it, and I'm the only one that actually does videos on Factorio on the World Editor. Yeah, that makes total sense. Like, people are asking for help, and they're like, I need help with this. Yeah. But anyway, that's just me complaining, because I just... whatever. I think he's just mad that those videos have a lot of views and he doesn't. That's what I'm thinking. I just really want people to produce cooler maps for Factorio, or cooler things. The internet is one of the most coolest and awesomest things besides porn. Am I allowed to say that? Actually, I don't care at this point, because YouTube is not a source of income for me. No, I don't even have a Patreon. In fact, we have an alternative revenue source completely. And this is just mainly me having fun with YouTube. And YouTube's just complaining a lot. When the hell did this happen? I don't know. That's my question. Anyway. So, because I have to put in crap, and because... whatever, I'm supposed to have this... Really? I need to have this about 10 minutes long to order for everyone to see it. Really? 10 minutes long. Have we made the 10-minute marker yet? Question. Yeah, we did. To make it advertisable, it has to be 30 minutes. Okay. I kinda don't care, but whatever. And I have a feeling I'm gonna show as much of this map as possible, because, you know, this is going to happen, and yeah. It's kind of strange how I had this stuff in here. That's for later. No, seriously, this is for later. There's actually a few more things I have to actually add in here, which is obnoxious. Let's see here, crystal. I love a placeholder. You know, these placeholders go all the way up from all these colors here, but these placeholders also state that I need to do something. Well, in this case, red placeholders in my book are things I need to do, or in this case, good luck with that. I'm gonna put some lighting in here because someone will eventually start this game in normal and see what happens. The idea is this is a dungeon. Why am I putting a dungeon in here? because it's necessary. I'm just gonna see what I can do not to. All players, I have a feeling I'm gonna fall in the pit of death. That's going to be fun. Great. If they keep falling on the pit of death, I'll have to restart. I might even cut that content, even though it's really funny, of what this character says, I think. Does the character actually say anything? Nope. I didn't even add dialogues yet. I only add dialogue to him. And I add dialogue to him. Oh, he's a quest object. And this guy is also a quest object. So, yay. And here's the equipment of that person. So that means I have to actually add clothing in here now, because the guards are mean like that. I put pick in because hard to do things. Let's see here. Yeah, there's also dragon, fire, and ice in here, so this should be fun, because dragons will randomly spawn sometimes. And then there's also a nice little surprise inside this area, which is part of the whole bloody quest thing. Anyway, what am I doing? Yard. So yard also has that stuff in there. Perfect. Trophies. Technology, can't really get technology in here too well. On crate, barrel, luggage, safe. Science, okay. Religion, so that means I have to add these in here soon. Office. Okay, so we have to add another one of these things. A desk. Add that. Add some gold next to it. We can't add any of these cool chairs because, you know. Actually add these chairs that are actually usable, since they actually look like the actual thing. So we're gonna have to put the desk right here. So where did that go? Oh, so as I'm kind of like thinking, great, this is actually a thing. They like. Anita Sarkeesian says, and I have to use a quote from her because apparently quote mining isn't good enough. So apparently everything is sexist, everything is racist, and you have to point it all out. I had to do it with an accent, otherwise I feel like not human. So because of which, that's interesting. I'm kind of wondering something about that. You know, like the kind of wonder of, well, like just the cosmetic stuff and just making things look good. You know, who's actually going to, who's the major buyer in here? Because this is what goes to the point of back in the, oh my god, back when I was still, like, actually when my mom was a kid, there was only 2 sections, not this multi-gendered stuff. I have a feeling it's going to come up. There's only 2 aisles, boys and girls. Now, they really want to advertise video games to boys because that's what they picked. Nintendo is the one that picked this. Yeah. They're the ones that actually say, let's go and select a gender that we are going to make video games for. Why don't we pick males because they seem to be more interested in it than females are. This is back when female gamers were a rarity. Yes, rarity, as in we didn't know that many people known to actually play video games. Not that many girls were known to play video games. Because they were more interested in other things, like everyone else is. So, the real question is why to most people? Obviously, it's understandable. Fuck my life.